Benefits of working with the real estate broker, also known as a real estate agent and also known as a realtor, not realtor or realtor. Let's get real. Buying a home isn't as easy as scrolling on your phone and looking through the listings and picking out the perfect porch. It's a lot more complicated than that. And that is where I come in. Think of me as your home buying wingwoman or wingman, whatever you prefer. So here's what's in it for you. First of all, we are time savers. We have spent countless hours going through contracts, learning contracts, also going through the entire process from beginning to end with multiple clients. So we are experts in this field. It's gonna take you a long time to know your contracts, how it works, to buy a home. There's just so many different steps, not just with buying the home, but also the lending and the financing, all the things that come with buying a house. There's just so much that you have to learn, but you don't have to, because that's what we do. That's our job. That's our expertise. So you can save time, you can enjoy your life and just look at the houses that you like while I do all of the work. As your real estate agents, we're here to minimize stress. Not to say that there won't be any stress because you're buying this massive asset or this massive house. This is probably, your biggest purchase, and there is going to be a little bit of stress. But as your real estate agent or your realtor, we're here to really mitigate that. We're here to help there be as little stress as possible with the most amount of fun. Really, that really is our job, is so that you don't have to freak out. We'll do the freaking out for you. When you're working with a real estate agent who is really in the mix, you get access to homes that are not on the MLS, which is also not in Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com. You get access to homes that aren't on the market because a lot of real estate agents do have houses that people don't want to sell on the market. So when you're working with a real estate agent, you do have access to those homes that are not listed, which is great. So as a real estate agent, as a listing agent, I work with a lot of sellers. And there are people who want to sell their house off market. They don't want people coming into their homes. They also have a certain timeline, and they don't want just the stress of having their house listed and having all of these people know where they live and interrupting the way that they live. If you're working with somebody like me, we have access to those houses where sellers do not want to list. So when I have a buyer and I know that the seller has a certain price that they want and the buyer has a certain price that they want, I can make that match, and it can be a win-win situation for everyone. We are deal makers. This is what we do for a living. We negotiate. We really negotiate for our clients, whether we're representing the sellers or we're representing the buyers. And as a buyer's agent, my job is first to get you the house that you really want. And I'm also not just getting the house that you really want, but I'm getting it at a price in terms that work for you. And it also has to work for the seller, right? So there's this negotiation that happens, and it can get extremely emotional for buyers and sellers. This is why we have agents who are not attached. We're here to just make the deal happen because we know that this is what's best for our clients. We're like Inspector Gadget. We are here to not just inspect and comb through the contracts. We are also here to help you inspect the home, right? You have the contract to buy the house, but then you also have the house itself that you're gonna buy. Again, this is your biggest purchase likely in your entire life. If not, you're gonna buy a bigger house that's gonna cost more, but houses in general are usually the biggest purchase that people make. So you wanna make sure that you have somebody who is well-versed in contracts and also homes so that you know what you're getting yourself into. We are like the mortgage whisperer. So if you're working with a really good agent, they don't just know how to help you buy a house and close on the house. They also know the in-between, and the in-between is the financing for the house. So most people buy a house with a mortgage. And with an experienced agent, they've gone through enough transactions and they've worked with enough mortgage lenders to know the process of lending. So as your real estate agent, We work with lenders directly to make sure that we make this happen. And you also know that you're also getting a good deal with your mortgage lender. That's what I'm here for, is to make sure that you get the best deal with your house, but also with your rates and your closing costs. That is what I'm here for. We're like market gurus in real estate. We know what's happening inside of the market, and just not the US market, but also in the local markets as well. We are trained to look at data to see what is a good value for a home and what may not be. And that's what we do. We do this all day, every day. And that is why, working with a real estate agent who knows the market and knows how to read data is very important, because you know that you're going to get a good deal. We are like a neighborhood insider. So when you're working with agents who work in that area, they know things about the city that you might not know. For example, I had a client who wanted to buy in this city called Edmonds. There's a city called Edmonds. It's high in demand. Zillow named it one of the top 5 cities to live in. And so it's high in demand. So they wanted to be in the city Edmonds. However, they didn't know that there was this little pocket called the Edmonds Bowl that is in high demand. Everybody who knows about the Edmonds Bowl wants to be in the Edmonds Bowl. And there's only so many homes in the Edmonds Bowl. So for them, they wouldn't have known about the Edmonds Bowl unless they were working with somebody who knew about the Edmonds Bowl. You got me? We are your resource central. We have connections to everybody because this is what we do. Whether it's a gardener, a handyman, consider us the people you go to cover all of your needs. As a real estate agent who not only buys and sells houses for clients, I also fix and flip homes as well. So when you work with an agent like me who has these connections with all these vendors, I can help navigate you through the entire process of maybe renovating a home that you purchased. And I will give you all of my resources, and that will save you not just money, but also save you time. Again, we are your home buying wing person. And if you have any questions, we are only a phone call away. Usually your wing woman is your BFF. So yes, we are like your BFF when buying a house. So you have somebody who's going through this process with you of buying a house. You're not alone. And here's the crazy part. We kind of work for free. So if you're working with us and you don't end up buying a house, we're working for free. And if you do end up working with us, we do get paid for the work that we do. And that is also inside of negotiations as well. And there's a whole other conversation around commission that I'm going to save for another video. So I hope that answers any questions on why you would want to work with a real estate agent. We're not just here to drive nice cars and wear nice clothes and make you look good. We're actually here to work for you, and that is our jobs. So when you find a good agent, it's like finding gold.